I try not to. I have to focus more, and it's not a strain once you're focused, I suppose. But
Yeah.
yeah. But this is pretty neat. I'm happy to be involved in it. I appreciate it. It's so neat. And being in the medical field, it's nice to see the alternatives to help save the people.
Okay, I'm going to start the session. So Namaste, everyone. Welcome to our West Coast Gentle Yoga. This type of gentle yoga is designed as a palliative yoga. Palliative yoga is primarily a preventive style, but it can have therapeutic effects also. This type of yoga is designed for stress reduction and to increase the energy of communication in body systems, which stimulates better immune system and body's repair mechanism. One feels better and minor issues can get resolved. Yoga brings good health of mind and body, inner awareness, and a sense of cosmic connection. Regular discipline practice is key. So if you miss a day, please use the video recording on YouTube at Life in Yoga Rajan. Yoga is not a physical exercise and it's not a religious practice either. So people with any religious background can do this. This type of gentle yoga can be done sitting on a chair or on the floor. Remember to keep your spine straight but not stiff at all times. And if you need to support your back, do these practices gently, smoothly, and without jerks. Slower is better. Visualize the part of the body being exercised for maximum benefit. Follow instructions to avoid adverse reactions. There should be no strain, and you should do it within your capacity. Make sure the breathing is slow and smooth. If anything causes pain or discomfort, please stop immediately, avoid the practice, and seek clarification. If you have any questions regarding personal problem, please send an email to the email addresses provided in the reminder email. And remember, liability is entirely yours. Thank you.
Namaste, everyone. As usual, we will begin with 3 Oms. Take a deep breath in. So going back to the Yoga Sutras, today we are ready to begin chapter 3. But before we begin chapter 3, we need to have a perspective of where we came from so that we can go to the next place. In chapter 1, essentially, there were 3 major segments of the chapter. And in chapter 2, we have covered 2 major segments. Okay? So what are these segments? Chapter 1 was the introductory overview. And the 3 parts it had was, the first part from Sutra 1 to 20 was telling you, hey, what is yoga all about? Okay, if you learn to be a pure observer, you begin to realize your that stillness, from that stillness, you begin to realize who you really are. And it takes you into a state where you're able to intuitively connect and figure out everything, and you become a wise person. So that is what the first part of the chapter 1 told us. In the second part, he's saying another way to approach it is by surrender to God. And what is the nature of God? He explains you over there. In the third part of chapter 1, after telling you all of this, he realizes, hey, people who are all coming to me over here, they would have, they are looking for ways to get out of a suboptimal way in which their physical and mental health may be. So if you look at all the people who are coming, these are not the people who are looking completely in their youthful spirit, everything looking, good. These are people who have, through the aging process, lost hair, some teeth have gone bad, and whatever else have, taken a toll, where going through a ringer of life, you have gone through unhappy moments and happy moments and all of that. So he realizes that people may not be physically or mentally in an optimal state. And so what does he say? And for such people, it may not be possible to be a pure observer. So he says, start by moderation in attitude. So don't be as severely judgmental as before. Every time you feel like being a judgmental person, be a little cautious and don't try to get carried away by what you observe. Try to moderate your responses. And in due course, you will find you have the ability to focus on things. It's a little flame, or whether it is anything small or big, wherever you do it through regular practice, you will be able to focus. And as you begin to focus, at some point in time, you will become one with that. You'll have complete engrossment. And from that engrossment, in different stages, what he calls as samapati, the first level of engrossment, from there, as you extend into a subtler level, you are able to reach the samadhi state. And of course, initially it is induced by the point of focus, and that is called the sabija samadhi. And when you're able to purify yourself and be unaffected by any stimulation, and you're always connected, then in which case that leads to nirbij samadhi. So these were the three parts in the first chapter. Then the second chapter, in the first part, what does he talk about? He's trying to give a little more body to who you are, what is it that creates the activation. He uses the word activation or chitta vritti of the programmed activation of your programmed entity in the first chapter. So in the second chapter, he's trying to say the activations is because of the underlying program. And the way to work with the program, you need to let the program flow. But as the program flows, have the attitude of a person who is seeking to understand why. Something called swadhyaya, seeking to learn, seeking to understand. And at the same time, have the attitude of surrendering to God. And if you have that kind of an attitude, you will slowly overcome being affected by the programs. The programs are running through you, all the sense organs are activating, you observe it activating, but you're unaffected by it. And once you realize this, you're able to reach the state of being unaffected is called kaivalya. That is the state that is described. That's the term that is brought in chapter 2. Now, then after he describes this as the concept over there, now he's ready in a detail to give for the seeker individual step-by-step process of how you can attain and what are the levels of attainment. So this begins from the middle of chapter 2, I think sutra number 28 or 29, where he talks about the sevenfold boundaries you need to cross before you attain samadhi. And then he introduces the Ashtanga Yoga, the eightfold yoga, Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, and Samadhi. Then he goes on to tell us that he describes Yama and Niyama in great detail. And the sum substance of Yama and Niyama is, Yama is being true to your conscience, and Niyama is having regularity in your habits. what does regularity in your habits do for you? Regularity in your habits makes you, I hate to use this kind of a word, but almost like a robot. Think of yourself that when you wake up in the morning, there are probably the same rituals, you're doing it again and again every day. So you wake up in the morning, perhaps, most people, when they wake up, the first thing they do is they go to relieve themselves in the bathroom, right? In the toilet. And then after that, some people have their own rituals. Some people drink water. Some people do something else. And, some of the highly stressed people who work in the corporate world in Manhattan, in New York, where I used to be, they will wake up and the next thing they do is they rush to wear their clothes and get out of the house to go to their jobs. So to catch the train or whatever, the metro. So different people they'll find typically the ritual that they follow each day becomes the same. When you have the ritual being the same thing every day, it creates an underlying flow of the energy dynamics. And anytime the energy dynamics is constant, you can build the ability to be a pure observer. So that is the real impact of the niyama. And if you look at niyama and the yama, there are, while Patanjali describes 5 of them, the core is one of them in each. In the case of yama, the core is brahmacharya, curiosity to know, seeking to know. And seeking to know so that you're in sync with your conscience, you don't violate anything. In the case of the niyama, there are 2 things that are important. One element of niyama, I won't even say 2 things. One thing is important. That is the last one, which is Ishvara Pranidhana, or surrender to God. And why is that important? Because once you start keeping a regular habit of doing things, you stop questioning, oh, that's the way it's meant to be. You have let go. You're just letting it happen. There is no rational thinking involved. The mind gets out of the way, right? So once the mind gets out of the way, that is when it becomes easier. And so that is where Patanjali is saying, by having the sense of having yama and niyama, that alone is enough for you to attain the highest. Okay? And after he has said that, then he goes on to asana, pranayama, pratyahara. So all these 3 we covered in chapter 2. And now he has separated out the last 3, that is dharana, dhyana, samadhi, for chapter 3. So why did he separate it out into chapter 3? Because what he did is he wanted you to wear your seat belts before he takes off in chapter 3. He's really going to fly high. And he's going to talk about things that you may not even have thought about. Okay? What can come out of from yoga. Okay? So fasten your seat belts and let's get to Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi, chapter 3. Okay? So here we go. Actually, perhaps I should give you an introduction of chapter 3 so that you have a sense of why it is I'm saying fasten your seatbelt, we are ready to fly. What he's going to talk about is dharana is the point of focus. And remember, we spoke about unless you seek, you will not find. So you remember Sutra number 17 from the first chapter. What he's talking about is the 4 steps that you go through. The questioning and reflection, letting go, and having the ability to experience. This is how you seek and you become a person of great wisdom. So what he does is here, the dharana is the point of focus where you question. And then dhyana is where the mind empties, you have let go. And then samadhi is the state where the cosmos answers back and gives you the answer. Okay? And in this process, you're able to unfold many, many extraordinary abilities. And those extraordinary abilities go beyond a normal physical person's ability. This is what is described in chapter 3. And towards the end of chapter 3, he will tell you, if you get any of these abilities and you think you're a great person, that is your greatest misfortune. Because what happens is, no matter whatever abilities you attain through the yogic process, you are no greater or no lesser than anybody else. And why is that the case? Everybody is simply an instrument of the cosmic flow, each doing their own little part that makes the cosmos flow. So in other words, so this is the point that he makes over there in the chapter 3. So I've given you that in a nutshell. So let's get into the deeper element of what he wants to tell us over here. So let's get to chapter 3 over here. Oh, we went all the way down to chapter 4. Okay.
Narayan, your computer is being a little unstable today.
Okay, but is the voice okay?
That's what it keeps breaking.
Okay, so everybody is feeling it, right?
Yes.
I think for the last 5 minutes it's okay, but initially it was a bit difficult, but now it's okay, I guess.
Okay, let me actually look at the volume to see how it is. If the volume is good, usually it does a good job. 1 second. Oh, the volume is at a max, which is a bad idea. And if the volume is at the max, it causes instability. Okay, I've reduced the volume. Is it better now? Okay.
Yes.
So here,
Yes.
okay.
Yes.
Here we go. So now he is going to talk about the dharana. What is dharana? Desha bandha chittasya dharana. Chittasya is of the chitta or our programmed entity. The desha bandha desha is any point of focus. You know, very often people think of desha means to be a country, but in fact, desha means any kind of domain you think of, whatever subject matter. Desha bandha means when you're of the chitta, that is when your chitta is engrossed or focused on something. It is the mind is fully bound into something. That is the nature of dharana. Tatra pratyaya ekatanata dhyana. Tatra there, pratyaya means whatever is the reaction that comes from there. Ekatanata, that reaction appears like the same. In other words, there is what is coming out of it is like just oneness. So in other words, full engrossment to the point, a full engrossment is what he's talking about. That is the state of dhyana. Dhyana, what you typically call of meditation. But remember one thing, you cannot really use one-liners to fully understand each thing. As we go later on, he will basically tell you that when the mind becomes cleared off, that is the nature of dhyana. Okay, so in other words, the mind is cleared off. It's not just engrossment of a kind. Remember from chapter 1, he used the word, the 2 kinds of samapatti, the savitarka samapatti and nirvitarka samapatti, right? So something of that nature where the mind is fully cleared off. Sutra number 3, tad eva arthamatra nirbhasam swarupa shunyam iva samadhi. And there, tad, there, eva indeed, artha is the meaning, matra alone or alone, nirbhasam is you're able to experience it in a special way. Swarupa shunyam, swarupa, the form in itself is as if there is nothing in over there. Iva, as if, is samadhi. Remember over here, he has given you only a one-liner over here, but he has already defined samadhi for you at earlier point in time. And that is how you need to understand the term samadhi from multiple viewpoints or multiple statements of Patanjali to have a clarity in understanding the word samadhi. In chapter 1, towards the end, he tells you what is the nature of the Sabhija Samadhi? Ritambhara Tatra Prajna. In other words, there you have the ability to, you're engulfed by the wisdom of the cosmos. And from there, you're able to imbibe the wisdom, the prajna, the intuitive awareness. So what he's saying is, tad eva arthamatram nirbhasam. So from that dhyana state or the meditation state, whatever is the true meaning of the point of focus, the dharana, that alone stays over there and everything else disappears as if there is nothing at all over there. That is the state of samadhi. In other words, in samadhi, you need to be able to have the cosmic connectivity out of which intuition unfolds. If intuition is not coming from the cosmic connectivity, you have not yet reached samadhi. Okay? So that is the point that is, as you can see, each statement is said slightly differently. Now, sutra number 4, Trayam ekatra samyamaha. Trayam is the threefold, ekatra becoming one, is a term called samyamaha. Samyama is a term that he uses over here. And why is this term samyama important? Because it is through this process, wisdom and abilities unfold. So you have to inquire in dharana, and then you have to let go in dhyana. And when the cosmos opens up in samadhi, the wisdom comes. So all three work together in the process of self-realization or in the process of the initial stages of awakening of the wisdom and awakening of yogic abilities, special abilities. Next, sutra number 5, Tat Jayat, Prajna Alokaha. Tat, that, Jayat, having overcome or being victorious over that. Prajna, that is the intuitive awareness. Alokaha becomes enlightened. Tasya Bhumishu Viniyogaha. Of that, Bhumishu is, we should say, that unfolds in whichever area of focus where you put your thoughts to. In a Bhumishu is the same thing you can think in terms of, in Sutra number 1, he used the word Desha. Desha Bandha Chittasya Dharana. The equivalent of the word Desha over here in Sutra number 6 is Bhumi. So Bhumishu, it's a locative case as they call it in Sanskrit, is from that, this process of samyama is applied to any whichever point of focus, and the application is viniyogaha. The viniyogaha is a very interesting term. Yogaha means to connect. Niyogaha in a very special way. And viniyogaha means V stands for Vishesha. Vishesha, Ni stands for Nikrishta in a subtle way. And Vishesha, V stands for Vishesha. So you can sing in a very special way it is applied. Okay. So in other words, whatever is your point of focus, you can apply this dharana, dhyana, samadhi, and it will unravel for you and it will reveal for you what is the answer to that question through this process of samyama. Now, let me complete sutra number 3.7 and 8, and we'll stop over here. Trayam antarangam purvebhyaha. Purvebhyaha means whatever is from before. Trayam, these three. Antarangam means something that is inward. Antar means inward, inside. So these three are inward compared to the previous 5, previous before. The previous before are the actually particularly asana, pranayama and pratyahara. Those are all more external, and this is more internal. Tat api bahirangam nirbijasya. But however, even this is external to the state of nirbija samadhi. Nirbija samadhi means you have become fully purified. You're connected all the time. You have direct access to wisdom. You don't need to make the effort of inquiring. It's there with you all the time. Okay? So I will stop over here in Sutra number 8. And any quick questions?
I posted a question. I don't know if you got a chance. This is on the
Can the Pitar spirit be invoked even if they have reincarnated? I feel since they are vibrations, we should be whether they are embodied or disembodied. See, what happens is any spirit, whether they are bodied or embodied, can be evoked. Okay, and the only time you see, there is also something else that is very special. When a spirit has become, what do you call it, liberated, and that spirit is gone, it is there is no longer there. While that spirit doesn't exist anymore, still the cosmos has intelligence of the infinite past. So you can access what the vibration of any spirit was, which was there before, if you want to feel it. Okay. So you can access the intelligence of any realized master who has come before, even though that person's spirit might have gone. Okay. And so with that, let's keep this discussion for further discussion to another time. So let's go on to our regular practice so that there is enough time for the practice too. Okay. So we go on to our chakra vibrations. So anybody new today? Do I need to give detailed instructions? Well, if nobody answers, I'm going to assume there is nobody new today. Okay, that's fine. So bring your awareness to the perineum and pressing the little finger, we will do the mantra LUM. Take a deep breath. LUM. LUM. Release the fingers and continue. Bring your awareness 1 inch above the perineum, pressing at the ring finger. We do the mantra VAM. Take a deep breath in. Release the fingers and continue. Bring the awareness behind the navel in the middle of the body, and as we draw in over there, press at the middle finger and we do the mantra RAM. Take a deep breath. RAM. 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 Release your fingers and continue. Ram. Ram. Now bring the awareness in between the breast and the middle of the body. And here we do the sound yum. Press the index finger with the thumb. Take a deep breath in. Yum. Yum. Release the fingers and continue. Yum. Last time. Yum. Bring the awareness to the throat at the bottom of the mouth, and here we do the sound hum. Keep thumbs up mudra with a loose fist. Take a deep breath in. Hum. Release the fingers and continue. Now bring the awareness in between the head, and there we do the mantra Sham. Thumbs up mudra. Sham. Sham. Now, release the hand and continue. Last time. Actually, one more time. Hum. Bring the awareness to the top of the head. Thumbs up mudra. We do Om. Release the hands and continue. Last time. Now we go on to the happy face breathing. So those of you who know, please proceed. Those of you who need instruction, close your eyes, bring your awareness to the throat, the bottommost part of your mouth, the hole over there through which food and air goes down. Focus there and make a big smile, and as the cheeks come out, feel a slight stretch in the throat over there. And once you learn how to do this, you will be able to get the stretch even without making a big smile. With a tiny smile, you can do it, but learn to get the stretch in the throat. And with that stretch over there, as you inhale and exhale slowly, feel like the air is rubbing along the stretch in the throat. It'll feel like a mild sucking sensation. Okay, now we can go on to the respiratory mantra. Bring your awareness inside the sternum, and from there feel a line going through the top of the head and out of the body. And along that line, mentally vibrate the mantra Haim Im Am, 3 syllables. Haim Im Am, feel it like Haim Im Am, Haim Im Am, Haim Im Am, going out of the top of the head. If you're unable to visualize that, keep your awareness outside the body above the head. Don't let the vibration stay inside the body. Now we are ready to go on to the spinal alignment exercise. So Vijaya will take over.
Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, gently bring the ear down to the shoulder. Inhale and come back. Exhale and bring the other ear down to the shoulder. Inhale and come back. And continue. As you come back, exhale and look over one shoulder. Inhale and come back. Exhale and look over the other shoulder. Inhale and come back. And continue. As you come back, and with the next inhalation, take your head backwards. Exhale and bring the chin down to the chest. Inhale and head backwards. Exhale and chin down to the chest. And continue. As you exhale and come back down, we'll do the 360-degree neck rotations. Inhale for half a circle. And exhale the other half. And continue in the same direction. As you come back to the center, we'll switch directions. Inhale for half a circle. And exhale the other half. Continue. Relax as you come back. We'll move to the next exercise and alternate our shoulders. Inhale and lift up one shoulder. Exhale, rotate and bring it back down. Inhale and lift up the other shoulder. Exhale, rotate and bring it back down. Continue. Relax as you come back. And we'll then move to our hand exercises. Stretch your hands and keep them straight. As you inhale, open out your palms and keep them perpendicular to the forearm. As you exhale, thumbs in and fists down. Inhale, exhale, and continue. As we exhale and bring our fists down, we'll do the fist rotations. Inhale for half a circle and exhale the other half and continue. As you come back to the center, we'll switch directions. Inhale for half a circle and exhale the other half and continue. Relax as you come back. For the next exercise, let's bring our elbows in line with the shoulders. Open out your palms and move your wrists up and down as you inhale and exhale and continue. As you come back down, we'll switch directions. Inhale and exhale and continue. Relax as you come back. For the next exercise, let's interlock our hands and place them behind the head. Make sure your elbows are at 180 degrees and the head is straight. As you exhale, turn to one side. Inhale and come back. Exhale and turn the other side. Inhale and come back and continue. Relax as you come back. For the next exercise, let's get our elbows above the head. As you exhale, pull on one elbow. Inhale and come back. Exhale and pull on the other elbow. Inhale and come back and continue. Feel the stretch along your shoulder blades as you do this. Relax as you come back. For the next exercise, let's get our elbows behind the back. As you exhale, turn to one side. Inhale and come back. Exhale and turn the other side. Inhale and come back and continue. Relax as you come back. For the next exercise, let's get our hands on either side of the spine. As you inhale, push back on one side, making a backward arch. Exhale and come back. Inhale and push on the other side. Exhale and come back and continue. Relax as you come back. And we now move to both our shoulders. Inhale and lift up both your shoulders. Exhale, push back, rotate, and bring it back down. Inhale and exhale. And continue. Relax as you come back. We now move to the next exercise. And for this, let's cross one leg over the other and hold the knee with your interlocked hand. Exhale and pull up the leg and turn to the same direction as the leg you're holding. Inhale and release. Exhale, pull and turn. Inhale and release. And continue. Feel the stretch along your thighs as you do this. As you come back, we'll move to the other leg. Exhale, pull and turn. Inhale and release. And continue. Relax as you come back. We'll now move to the cycling exercise. 5 counts on each leg. Inhale and lift up the leg. Exhale and stretch it out in a cycling motion. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Switch to the other leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Relax as you come back. We'll now do a minute of alternate nostril breathing, Pranulom Vilom, and then move to Bastrika Pranayama. So for the alternate nostril breathing, we exhale and inhale through the same nostril. So if you begin your first inhalation with the left nostril, you exhale and inhale through the right nostril. Close your right nostril. Exhale and inhale through the left nostril. Close your left nostril. Alternate and continue. As you complete the breath, we'll move to Bastrika Pranayama. Since there's nobody new today, we'll move into the pranayama. So we'll do 20 counts, and if we do have time, we'll do a second round. The exhalation is a little longer than the inhalation. And please visualize the vitality of the breath as we inhale and exhale. So if you're ready, inhale, exhale. 2, exhale. 3, exhale. 4, exhale. 5, exhale. 6, exhale. 7, exhale. 8, exhale. 9, exhale. 10, exhale. 11, exhale. 12, exhale. 13, exhale. 14, exhale. 15, exhale. 16, exhale. Exhale. 17. Exhale. 18. Exhale. 19. Exhale. 20. And exhale. Keep your eyes closed. Relax. Observe any sensations in the head and also as they gently dissipate. Once the sensations have subsided from the head, we'll move to the next round, do a count of 10, and I'll keep count of the inhalation. And please follow through the exhalation at your own pace. When you're ready, inhale. Two. Three. Four. Five. Six. Seven. 8. 9. and 10. Keep your eyes closed, relax, observe any sensations within.
Keeping our eyes closed, as we feel the sensations dissipate, let's go to a meditation. So if you have a personal mantra, you can chant that in your mind. Tell yourself, I give up all ideas and concepts and I care about nothing. Use whatever mudra works for you. If you don't have a personal mantra, I will be playing the Om and you can focus on that. Keeping your eyes closed, affirm to yourself, may I be guided to fulfill the purpose for which I was born. With that, bring both the palms in front of your face, about 6 inches in front. And as you open your eyes, look directly into the palm of your hands.
Thank you, Anu and Vijaya. It was a good session.
Namaste.
Thank you.
Namaste.
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 See you all tomorrow.